What's up, rock stars? It's your buddy DA with the GA again. Welcome to another episode of Gary Alchemy. Today, we're going to do a little talking instead of some setting up or, building or whatever else. What I want to talk about today is, let's say you want to buy your first guitar and you don't really know where to start. You walk into a guitar center or wherever it is you're shopping, and there's, a whole wall of them. And it's overwhelming. I'll be the first one to admit that, right? There's so much variety out there today that you don't really know what direction you're supposed to go. Um, I'm gonna make this real simple, at least from my perspective, right? There are plenty of other videos out there that can talk to you about scale lengths and what this guitar is or that, or what kind of pickups, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not even going to bother with that. What I want to talk to you about is two things that I think kind of get missed, right? The first is buy something that inspires you. Buy something that every time you walk into your practice area and you look at it, it makes you go, God, I just have to pick you up. I have to play you. I have to touch you. That's what you want. That's what, because it's going to make you want to play it. If you settled on something and bought something because it was the cheapest, or now there is a difference here, and like you just don't have that kind of money. If your favorite is a $2,700 Gibson Les Paul, yeah, maybe you are going to have to start a little lower. But just don't get caught up in well, I bought this because it's what I could afford at the time. Save up that extra couple $100 and buy what you want. Buy something that inspires you to want to pick it up and play it. So that's the first thing. And number two, very simply, don't get caught up in the genre specific niche kind of stuff. So don't think, what I mean by that is, don't think that just because you bought a Stratocaster, go to real extreme here, that you can't play metal on it. You can absolutely play metal on a Stratocaster. Yngwie Malmsteen shreds on a Stratocaster, right? Don't think that just because you bought, and I'm going to other extreme, a Schecter H string. You guys have met Thor in a setup video. I play blues, and I was playing AC/DC on that yesterday. Has EMG pickups in it. Sounds fantastic. So don't think that just because you bought an H string or a 7 or a metal specific guitar that you can't play blues or jazz or classic rock or whatever. You can play anything on anything. So buy what inspires you, and don't get caught up in genre specific stuff, or too caught up. If you play mostly metal, yeah, buy a guitar that's more centered, with the likes of metal. If you play classic rock mostly, then yeah, maybe buy a Les Paul or a Strat or something like that. But just don't think that you can't play these other things because that's what it's geared towards. Okay. Short and sweet, I think. All right. See you guys next time. I'm out.